All right, so today we have the brand new Diane, who is actually a fighter Diane, which I think that was already kind of leaked. It's weird because she's a light unit, and I was kind of expecting her to be a red unit. I know that we do technically already have a red fighter Diane, but this one is an SR unit, like base level SR unit. And in the past, whenever they've added like a color that we've already had for like a string of units, it's just been like, you know, I could have understood if they did an SSR red fighter Diane, but we got a light unit, which is kind of strange. I mean, I guess it pairs really well with the new king, of course, because he's a light unit as well, but I just thought it was kind of weird. It was, I don't know, it's always kind of odd whenever I have to craft the light books and everything like that. So yeah, I don't know, kind of interesting. I got her 4/6 off of one rotation. It was looking really bad, and then I got like a double DN SSR multi whenever, I think it was like towards like the 500 mark, so that kind of saved me quite a bit. But overall, the summons didn't go too bad, and I didn't want to spend a ton on this banner, considering that I think the next banner might end up being either the anniversary banner, because I think they're kind of like building up to that, or there's been a lot of leaks about a collab coming up, and I think they just came out with leaks today saying that that could be a ReZero collab, which is kind of strange, because I mean, we've gotten several ReZero collabs in the past, but it looks like we might be getting 3 units for this one, which is not typical for a rerun, but could be kind of cool nonetheless. So let's go over the unit really quick. Obviously, if you've already seen the unit, I'm putting this out the day of, but you know, if you have already seen videos on it earlier today, you probably already know what she does, so feel free to skip forward and all that stuff. But she's kind of interesting. She's a backline unit, so she's not going to be exciting to like really showcase or anything, but she does help out the team, which is good. So the new fairy team is really fun, of course, but there's also a fairy buster team that I've been messing around with a little bit that I'll probably use. You've probably already seen it in PvP a couple of times if you've been playing. But anyway, let's move on. So for each applicable ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 5% and damage dealt increases by 10%. This is giants and fairies, so she can work with giants. I don't know that the giant team is really good right now. Obviously, you could potentially use her with like Skuld and Loki. But I don't know, you wouldn't be able to run the newer like Diane for giants that's already out, the blue Blessings Diane, I think it is. So not entirely sure if she would be worth it in that aspect, but could be worth a try. When an applicable ally uses a stance skill, applicable allies are granted Earth's Whisper for 1 turn, which is HP related stats is plus 10%. My only issue with this is that it does not count the turn 1 stance that King already has on him, because you have to use a stance skill, which means that you don't actually get this until like your turn 2 when you have to reapply your stance. So not a huge fan of that, considering that this new King is all HP related stats, kind of, or like he's an HP stat unit. So this is very helpful for him, but you don't really get it unless you want to waste your turn 1 stance card. So yeah, I don't know. When an ally with Earth's Whisper uses a skill on an enemy during the ally's turn, or for each ally with Earth's Whisper who takes damage from a skill during the enemy's turn, that enemy's defense-related stats are decreased by 5% for 2 turns, stacks up to 6 times. This could be pretty good. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of damage caps and stuff like that in the meta right now. So I don't know, like it's a fine effect, but I don't feel like it's super useful right now. When an applicable ally uses a skill on an enemy during the ally's turn, it inflicts additional damage equal to 20% of remaining HP. This part is pretty good, of course. When the hero enters the battle from the secondary slot, applicable allies gain Earth's Protection for 2 turns, which is all stats plus 10%, revives with 20% max HP when dying, limit of once. So that part is really good. That basically means you really have to run her in the sub slot if you want this part of the passive to proc, which is a pretty good part of the passive. This character's pretty old. She's had a Holy Relic for a while, so the Holy Relic's not very good, to be honest with you. And then she has a Sever card that blocks skill effects, which is okay, and then a Power Strike all AoE card, which is pretty decent. Ultimate's just a Pierce card, and surprisingly, because she's super old, she has a a combined attack ultimate with Hauser, and Hauser does have a U or an LR unit now, so at least you can get some decent CC from that link. So not terribly upset with that. Anyway, let's hop over to the PvP arena and let's get cracking. Okay, so this is the setup that I've been using. Obviously with the King team, I've been using HP food the whole time because you kind of want that. The big issue here, like I was saying earlier, is that there is a Fairy Buster team out right now with humans where you can run Gnossians, and you can basically just turn one, get your stance cancel, and then just Roxy AoE, and it obliterates this team. So if your CC's not high enough to out CC that team, which can be pretty rough in Champ 2 and Champ 1 because the human team has really high CC, you may end up getting wiped by that thing pretty easily. I don't know if it would be better to maybe run like Gloxinia in the third slot here, but then you cut down on your damage quite a bit. We do get... The problem is mobility is a big issue here, and I don't think we mark through this, so I think I'm just going to go with this for now. Merge that into a level 2. It does not mark. That doesn't hit Escanor, and it just takes off the... Or, well, we put Corrosion on Escanor, so it's not the worst, but now we're going to have to worry about him getting his Flames of Obliteration, I think it's called. Yeah, Flames of Obliteration. Every Escanor has so many different Flames buffs that I always forget which one's which. I was actually showing one of my friends like some newer units that have come out in the past like year or two, because he used to play the game a long time ago, and I was going back through the Escanors, and the green Escanor, which hasn't been meta for a while, like I really only use him for Demon King at this point, he was like, oh, what does he do? And I was like, honestly, I don't remember, because like, I don't know, Escanor units are just... They're really good, don't get me wrong, but it just, whenever a new Escanor unit comes out, or even when Light Escanor's Holy Relic came out, it completely overshadows the previous Escanor, and then I forget what they do and just focus on the new one. So I was like, I literally don't know if I can answer that question, which is funny because Escanors typically are meta for a while whenever they come out, but I just, for the life of me, could not remember what the unit did. So either way, let's just go ahead and should be able to kill pretty easily with this. We'll go ahead and move on. Like I said, Showcase isn't going to be incredibly interesting just because Diane's a backline unit, so you've kind of seen most of this stuff before, but either way, I do still really like this team. I've been still enjoying using it when I'm not using the human team to combat it, so it does have that going for it. I love a fun team. And apparently there was a bunch of rumors, I want to call them leaks, but obviously until they come out we won't know if they were actually true or not. There was some, I think the leakers were saying that potentially the new, or there could be a double LR coming out, like 2 LRs at one time, and one of them was going to be LR Small Wings King, if I'm not mistaken, which would be kind of interesting because he's a like a damage over time unit, because he puts all of the like bleed status effects, and he has a corrosion skill. If I'm not, no, I think his single target might be a poison skill, but I really like those kinds of units. There's not really any like crazy cleanses or anything in the meta right now, other than like LR Roxy only being able to have her gray buff on for like 2 turns. I think this is the same guy. But yeah, there's not a lot of cleansing going on other than like maybe Lancelot's talent, but even then it's not like crazy. Let's go with, I'm gonna use this to try to, well actually I don't even know if it'll matter because he does get debuff immunity. So, I mean, we can put Failing Grade on King, but I don't know if it'll actually do us any good because we won't be able to petrify him unless, does the level 1... Actually, the level 1 does not have whatchamacallit on it. Debuff immunity, so we may, unless he gets lucky, we may be able to just petrify him and then take him out with Lancelot, which would be really helpful. So... let's see how this goes. Sometimes I go second with this team against like a mirror match, and then their Lancelot just ends up destroying me with an AoE card, and it ends up messing things up pretty bad. Luckily, my king absolutely demolished his team, so that worked out pretty good. Did he have... Okay, he did have the new Diane as well, so... Okay, kind of interesting. I don't know. I mean, obviously, with a mirror match situation, I think it comes down to whichever team goes first kind of wins, because then you can kind of do whatever you want, and then they're going to have to reapply their stance and everything, so... I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed win, because depending on stats and stuff like that, of course, but... Okay, I think this is a different guy, so... let's see... I think we kind of just go for like the same sort of setup here. I get a decent little merge into a level 2 there, which could be kind of nice. You can I mean, the counters are doing some pretty good damage. I don't know if this guy's using the new Diane in the back line, but I feel like normally in a mirror match with this team, like you can get away with, you know, throwing some attacks out turn 1 against the stance, and it doesn't do terribly. Like it's not gonna like ruin you or anything like that, but every once in a while I get a match where it just it does way more than I'm expecting, and I don't know why. Okay, he did mark us here. We're not killing, which I think that last guy just maybe goofed by putting on, or like using the king attack skill first for some reason. We should be able to get away with this, I think. So we stance back up. Oh, that killed both of them? That actually could be a little bad, which this might kill with the double damage. I don't think it's going to. No, not quite. With him having that stance up is a big deal, but I wasn't sure if, like, with LR or Elaine going down, if that would kind of turn the tides for us a little bit. Let's see. I think that was a level 1 stance. Didn't kill Helbram, surprisingly. Ooh, I love that. That's my favorite. Like, the counter is fantastic, don't get me wrong. Love a good counter skill, especially when it does a ton of damage, but whenever the DOT effects go off and they die to that, it's my favorite, because it just feels like a huge slap in the face. I just love the damage over time, like, effects. They're just so much fun, and I remember, I think it was, we got New Wings King. He was doing really like cool stuff in the meta, and I was loving putting on bleeds and poisons and all of that corrosion stuff and everything, and it was going really well. And then if I'm not mistaken, the next festival character that came out right after that was Margaret, and then she had, of course, a blue cleanse card, and it was not good news. Like real bad news, actually. So yeah, wasn't a huge fan of that, but you know, it happens. Characters get countered. It happens, unfortunately, a little more than I would like. We did not do nearly as much damage with that single target from Lance as I thought we would, but that's okay, I guess. Which, then again, I don't see a lot of people running Bond right now, but this Bond is incredible for tanking. Like, just the extort and stuff that he puts on you, it's kind of a big deal. Like the stat, like, you know, reduction slash him getting stats, like it's actually so good. So let's go for, I would like to mark Escanor. I think we mark him and then throw this out just to put some debuffs on. It'll remove the buff from Escanor. Might be able to get something set up for turn 2. That dude, Elaine surprises me with how much damage she does every time, which now we have the Earth's Whisper effect on, so HP related stats plus 10%. I've never seen this single target card without King being low on HP already do very well against him, which is really nice. That's hilarious. I love that. I'm gonna say it every time. I love it. So either way, we can get rid of that. Oh, it didn't actually get rid of it. Oh well. I was gonna say we can get rid of that attack seal, but no, we can't. Honestly, we could just, well, it feels like I wasted the stance card by doing this, but oh well. Yeah, I was about to say we'd probably kill anyway. So okay, nice. We'll do like one more match. I think that should put us. Oh, this already put us in Champ 1, so it's fine. I'll probably just do this one, and then I would like to do a video on that Fairy Busters team. People are using fairies a little bit right now, and then with this Diane coming out, hopefully I'll see a couple more, so that way in the video I'll actually be able to counter the team. But well, obviously that's going to be RNG. Maybe better for me in that video to just skip all the matches that aren't fairies, because what's the point? Like, team's still good regardless, of course, but there's no taunt on that team. Like when you run Nasians, it can really throw things off quite a bit actually. So let's just go for like a decent little turn 1 setup here. We can get the merge going, get some good damage off on her. That does so much. I don't remember that doing as much before Diane was out, and I don't know if it's just like this guy maybe has lower stats or what, but so many, there's already been like 3 occasions in this video alone where the AoE from Elaine does way more than I'm expecting. She popped res on that, so that's nice that we got rid of that, I guess. Could we kill Salos? Ah, very close. She's gonna die to the poison and everything though. Wham! Nice. Gets rid of her. That's really good. I haven't seen somebody use this. Oh, she didn't die. I haven't seen somebody use this bodysuit on Roxy in quite a while, actually, so that kind of surprises me. We might as well just do this. That should be more than enough to kill, so boom. Okay. All right. I don't know. It just keeps... Like, Roxy had a good amount of HP there. Maybe he'll just attack into me and die here, but even if he doesn't, I got ultimate. No big deal. Really like that Valenti ended up being the backline character. I know a lot of people don't care that much about Valenti, but I like Valenti. She's my favorite catastrophe, and nice to see her get a new unit. That's actually useful. So either way, we're probably going to call it there. Unfortunately, no, they didn't kill anybody in this video on my team, so I didn't even get to show off like her coming into the front line or anything like that, but realistically, if their team is that much better where they're killing somebody off on your team, you're probably gonna lose if I had to guess. Obviously, it's not a guarantee, but either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Quick and simple one here today. I'm gonna just back-to-back record into the new or the other one, so hopefully that'll encourage me to get that video out soon. May end up coming out on the weekend since tomorrow's Friday anyway. Who knows? But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.